Plate Motion Unit, Lesson 1.4, Analyzing Patterns at Plate Boundaries. Activity 2, Simulating Earthquakes. Here is what your student screen looks like for this part of the lesson. Remember, we are investigating this question. What is the land like underneath Earth's surface? Let's review what land is like underneath Earth's surface. What have you learned about Earth's outer layer so far? You might respond, Earth's outer layer is hard, solid rock. The outer layer is divided into sections called plates. There is a pattern of earthquakes occurring along plate boundaries. In the next activity, we will use the sim to take a closer look at the connection between earthquakes and plate motion. Keep in mind everything you've learned so far about plates and plate boundaries as you investigate earthquakes and plate motion in the sim. Today, you'll observe earthquakes in the sim and gather evidence to evaluate the claims about earthquakes and plate boundaries. Since we can't directly observe what is happening below the surface of the Earth's outer layer, we will use the sim to gather evidence about these claims. The sim is a model that accurately describes some of the important things that occur in the Earth's outer layer. We will use the sim as a resource of evidence throughout this unit. The two claims we are investigating today cannot both be correct. Claim 1, plates move, which can cause earthquakes, or Claim 2, earthquakes cause the plates to move. You will gather evidence to support one claim and evidence to refute or go against the other claim. This is an important practice in science. Showing that a claim isn't accurate or correct can be just as important as showing that a claim is accurate or correct. Let's discuss what kind of evidence we would expect to find to support each of these claims. I will summarize what you discuss on the board so you can refer to them during the sim mission. Let's begin by discussing what kind of evidence would support Claim 1. What evidence would you expect to find in the sim if plate motion causes earthquakes? Students, notice that the plates would move regardless of whether or not an earthquake occurs. If plate motion causes earthquakes, then the plates would move all the time, not just when earthquakes occur. Earthquakes would occur as the plates move. In the sim evidence that would support Claim 1 include, if Claim 1 is accurate, we would expect to see that earthquakes would occur when the plates move in the sim. The plates would move, causing earthquakes. Now let's predict what kind of evidence would support Claim 2. What evidence would you expect to find in the sim if plate motion causes earthquakes? Students, notice that an earthquake would cause the plates to move. If earthquakes cause plate motion, then the plates would not be moving all the time, but instead they would only move when there is an earthquake. The sim evidence that would support Claim 2 include, if Claim 2 is accurate, we would expect to see short, quick movements of the plates following every earthquake in the sim. The plates will not move if an earthquake does not occur. Students, complete the sim mission. If you have a digital partner, you can work in pairs. Here's what your student screen looks like for this part of the lesson. Let's discuss your findings from the sim mission. What did you notice about the relationship between plate motion and earthquakes? How did the evidence you gathered affect your thinking about the claims? You might respond, earthquakes do not happen unless there is plate motion. There can be plate motion without earthquakes. You might also respond that seeing earthquakes happen after plates moved makes me think that Claim 2 is incorrect. Earthquakes can't cause plate motion if they only happen after the plates are moving. Students, complete the poll question. Let's look at the results from our second poll. What were your reasons for choosing the statement you did? Students, how many of us think it is Claim 1? How many claim 2? This graph is not displaying the actual results. Key concept: the plates of Earth's outer layers move. End of activity. Be sure to complete all your student work and Amplify for this activity before moving on.